in views, but you're getting hundreds of thousands of views. For
Yeah,
example.
we had Saif Balhassa, one of my mentors. He's the owner of Balhassa Driving Center. And one of Emirati's most popular businessmen, I had Rizwan Sajan, one of UAE's most successful businessmen. So he's the owner of the Noob, and Saif Balhassa is the owner of Balhassa Driving Center.
How
and
are you
Balhassa
getting
Group.
all of these big names?
So it's just about adding value, right? So if I can somehow, I feel like everybody out there has something that they can provide, and it's up to you to find out what that is. So for Saif Balhassa, it was mostly like from a young age, I'd been bringing famous people to a zoo. So I'd built that connection. So it's all about,
you.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, not all of them, but I brought a few people, you know? So it's like the point is, if you can kind of provide value to someone some way, at some point that will help you, you know? You have to add value first, and then at some point that will come back. Like I met Rich at the event, and I was very nice to him. And you know, later on, it had him coming
Rich
and inviting me here. Exactly. So it's just nice because whenever you add value, like sometimes people won't care; they'll take it for granted, but you have to deal with that. But you add value, and it's law of reciprocity. So if you help someone, they will help you back. So it's just like Rizwan Sajan. I used to bring influencers to do. He's actually our client, so we actually worked a lot of campaigns with the Noob. So it was very easy. But it's all about adding value. If you can add, you have something that someone would want. You just have to figure out what it is, or maybe you don't have it yet, but you can get it. So for Tate, I had found a rent car company, and to give him a car for free. But actually, first I told him like, listen, I'm gonna give you a car for free for a month, and made that claim. But I had no way of doing it, and I was not gonna pay for that. So it's expensive. He wanted a car with 2 drivers working 24-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. So it's like 24-hour service. So it was like, I was like, damn. So I said yes, and then I was like, okay, now I have to really find someone. So that's what you have to do. You have to say yes to the opportunity and then figure it out later.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I said yes, and then I was like, shit, okay, now what do I do? And the problem is he doesn't have social media, so he can't even promote anyone, he can't tag anyone. I'm like, this is really hard, because usually, you know, we can like get our influencers to tag, to promote. So I was like, what am I gonna do here? So I had to find someone who was a fan. So I found like one guy who had a rental company who had posted some like annotated quotes. So I was like, all right, like clips. So I was like, all right, this guy's probably. So I just walked into his office, played him the voice note from Andrew. I said, listen, I have this opportunity for you. And it worked out, you know. But there's something that you can provide someone. Don't ask them what it is. Like sometimes I get messages from people like, I'll add value to you. What can I do? Like now you're asking me to do the homework of like trying to figure out what task I should give you. You gotta like figure out what you can provide someone, just provide them.
I shouldn't have let you come on the show before you take me to the zoo.
Yeah, you should have been like, that's like a show.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, we can take you. Right? We can still take you, bro. No worries. We have time.
So, can you talk to us about why you even want to start this podcast to begin with? Because it's obviously different from what you do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. What was the motivation? What was the outcome or the desired outcome from it?
Yeah, so I think for me, it's a good question because for me, it's very different to influencer marketing, but we have a lot of famous people that we work with anyways, so it kind of lined up in that way. But I'd say for me, like one of my main goals, it sounds a bit corny, but I want to help people like reach their best version of themselves, you know? Like first I want to reach mine and then help others reach theirs, because I think there's no better goal than that, you know, to be the best Ahmad that I can be, or to be the best John that John can be, you know what I mean? Reaching your maximum potential. So if I can somehow give some advice or in some way push someone to become their best version, whether it's in terms of like fitness, business, you know, self-improvement. So that's the things that the podcast is about. Happiness, it's about those kind of, that's like the genre. So if I can help someone in that, it would like, I feel like I'm helping people towards the best goal they can have. I think you need to have a goal that's above you. At some point, like if your goal is like to be a billionaire, at some point you're gonna reach one of your goals and you're gonna be like, and then what? You know, like now what? It's called like the what now moment. So I think if you have a goal that's something like, you know, self-improve, like helping people reach the best version, you can write books, you can have like orphanages, you know, it's a lot. You'll never really, can't really fully accomplish it yet, you know?
Speaking of goals, and before you leave us,
yes.
What is on the 10-year plan personally for you?
Wow, 5-year, 10-year plan.
Whichever. Like
billionaire. I want to be a billionaire in 10
billionaire?
years.
Yeah. Do you have steps?
You need to have goals that scare you, you know? Do you have steps? Yeah, like I think definitely if you want to be a billionaire now, you need to have like a tech company, because that's where you're gonna get funding, and then like it's quite easy from there to get a high valuation, especially if it's related to influencers. If I can create like influencer brands or turn into some kind of media company like this.
Interesting. Do you need an assistant?
Yes.
Asking for a friend.
This is Shahir's job request to plug media. Do you want to let me know before?
No, bro.
I'm curious. Maybe he needs assistance in some way. He needs added value.
No,
Okay?
definitely. We'll talk after this, bro. Like right after they leave, you know.
Can't take
Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me by my car.
That is all we have time for on the show this morning. Ahmad, Mahmood, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. It's an honor. Big fan of the show.
If people can find you, if they have questions, if they want to listen to your podcast, where can they do so?
So the podcast is Ahmad Mahmood Show on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And if they want to find my Instagram, it's just one Ahmed. And if they want to find the company, it's Plug Media. That's it.
Before you leave us,
Yes.
we had a big chat before the show.
Yes.
How on earth did you secure the Instagram name One Ahmed?
Oh, it's tough. One of my friends, Saigan, he helped me out. I told him, I was like, Saigan, listen, I need a favor from you. It's all about favors, right? So I was like, I need a favor from you.
Favor from an Instagram.
Yeah. I was like, no. So Saigan, I think his company spends a lot of money on Facebook. I don't know how he managed, but I was like, Saigan, I need at one Ahmed. It was very like, because I could see the account was like taken, you know. And I was like, I need this username. And I swear he said, send me your passport copy. I sent him my passport copy.
Why?
And 3 years later.
Don't send your passport copy.
No, he's a close friend of mine. So I sent it to him, and 3 years later.
Just send me your bank details.
I swear I woke up and my username had been changed to
What
One
do you
Ahmed.
mean?
I woke up and I swear to God, my username had just been changed. And I went back to the old One Ahmed account because I'd sent someone that profile. And his username was like AFG78. So they just swapped ours. I don't know what username they gave him, but they just made up some
But that's
like
his
9
problem,
digit.
not
Yeah. I
yours.
was like, all right, man. It's tough life.
Contact.
It's a tough life out here, man.
Can you explain what does a passport have to do with it?
I think that like in order to show that I guess this is my account or this is my request, he had to show like my passport copy. I don't know.
Can I give you a copy of my passport?
The secret to getting the Instagram handle you want is contacts.
Exactly.
Guys, that is all we have time for the show this morning, but we're back with you tomorrow morning. It's going to be Friday, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you guys. See you. Appreciate it.